and I think I'm impressed about the response that Ghanaians they made. And what it means is that we'll form the next government, God willing, and this kind of hardship will be over. And this Imodie, Moashi, and the Bako say when he say, in fact, Ghana for any break to extend say, even if you're a communicator, you misbehave. You'll be taken to the cleaners.
Yes.
And so everybody is very careful. And but we're doing well. I mean, the party is really running. Message on Dramani Mahama, Nana Opoku Jenajiman. I remember special Nana Maya Adana outdoor, when we unveil her. Some universities are putting it together to become political moral lessons, and that's the kind of caliber of person we're talking about. It's not a person who goes stand on a platform to insult our predecessors and people who got this whole country called Ghana down. No, this is a woman you can trust. I mean, a woman whose a sense of reasoning is absolutely above ordinary people. She will be the first female vice president. As she was the first female chancellor. She will be the first female vice president of the Republic of Ghana.
That's what I want to follow the conversation.
And that's what we're looking up for. And, I mean, one year. All
right. Chairman,
now can be perceived on the attempt to say.
No, I mean, you see, one was Unipibian from Swawa Yaho, but see a corrective, now you should be acceptable to corrections. I say, Opimswa Ankasa, or Tumfo, or say to Ababu, a crura. Ubi an assassin, Ubi idea or Ghana. No, be on or tick or course. One will name Yansa. Ningina a boy mo a mano. Let me after a catcher of Sameba. The two for them, Madame Tito. Yet Tito, ya far hand tied dray, and need to trust a man to toe. Yet Tito and Yamisuni and him fee. Namanan say, my titi say, you see a bonting when we are hand tying. My dear, Macassa won this. Nti nkona wani ya nkokyere se sa na otie na se wo sori ya na se uko kan semwa sebin preduasa emfefia na mama kai se suban ti se nyensan ya mpa otwe wo mutan ya pia na ebepie ewrade hu ya mobo sa na se onipa boni ni betno man so a sa no Christ or my happen. Okay, in Proverbs chapter, I think 22. I stand to be corrected. Or say, so ni papa di or man swa. Or man mutna for energy. Name so ni pa boni ni bet no man swa. Or man see a penny. Into Bahano. Not only papa John Mahama ti or man so. Na dollar at 3.9. And then no. And Crophobia bet no man so a dollar cost 16 Ghana cedis. But na John Mahama ti o man or man so no na petrol. The whole gallon of 14 cedis. And ne liter every 15 Ghana cedis. And intino so nipa bone it say bet no man so a or man see a penny. Any money away, sir. The Wakwanya say 4 months to come, maximum 5 months. The Ghanaians youths would have the opportunity to go to the poll to select their destiny. Either to continue to wallop in this poverty and this suffering and stress, or they will want themselves to be liberated by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The choice is ours.
All right. Master Red, that's say Wajibrena joining conversation. Now, Chairman. Mami Sumi Bisa, an introduction requires 7 minutes. We ended the time, it'll be this super. MPP muti say
you will go and your doctor. You say timekeepers you me and say your time now what can and
7 minutes and
MPP we pa
okay
which will be home on watch it but I am sure
okay
because you have a nice studio say they need the home community again say what now to set it now CTV you say yes this is a really modern
absolutely
but me na we abepon pa na nyame so pija ne sa wo so ya no
chairman
ya no mo sa da so a o ma studio no amanfo enya audience ehwe ni nyina ebepon pa yi o mo sa free na etupo because Nero now the investment we buy he's a very good friend also I pray for him say na dream pa or the chichire o man no who say o man ko o man yo no man kesi na ijina sai nipa we no so see nye nipa be ennan ni enum a
absolutely
because I bring papa nko man go di wa nko eja idi so otiase if you say ye chichire o man kan ko and in the development sir baby of free buy you know it is about the individuals where you encourage to do more ti ebon pa e mo bi mom e se ko do kofa buy sir so otiase enye nipa nyina na be yet say no but so to me sorry no pa dwen no ma me no mienu yen sakoya no a sir wo se ebon pa e man sir so otiase ti e hu hia pa se nse ye sorry ye betena ha na ye sorry ko keke eno na mo ma yi sir eno na dachi obetumi aka se aban we mre so anamo a metu ye nie boa ye enie aduma a edi ba ye nie ene betumi aka cho se Dr. Anan Prince na business eye sir se otiase sa na de chichiro aban enchichire aduma aban onye aduma aban create environment he just create environment for individuals so can never be a musu ade free kadachi ni be ba mo so na mo so mo broaden mo horizon sir so otiase true enkeneka in America we had Trump could be 80 wa ko 39-year-old gentleman because of share the beginning the humble beginning baby you free any baby I will be do within 39 no of course he has to sell the gentleman to the state. One of the best book the gentleman wrote and I didn't could do Senate so sad teach no man and through that he has created the neighboring environment for a job you know how you for the be a senator in the one pa mobi man we see you baby or tibia ichiana no pay now ubisa say party me party dey pa okay reach your man penny Ghana man penny for any candy for mu nyina mo ka ho bi said am sorry ahemrache the crisis in it so the be free fee be do obi anim dey wo mu your 4 a.m. your 3 a.m. unima kwensia obisia so Ghana cost one Ghana can continue abetna na udisa nkomo and wa kofa member of parliament abetna so ometna no so me di hu nkomo adwuma ko a wo ye o parliament a fa so pa de bre Ghana so nti e bi ye nti e be bom pa ya mo mampani eni na bedi akire edwumaden omo ye de me ni je kese pa ne se eye me am flag bearer Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia he has shown sign of winning sign of encouragement
okay
hello
was show say ampa ya hu hia mbremu tell me why na yi nyame aya na somodwo no Bible crackers you be kai nyame wo hu hia mbremu na sa mre no you free mu a eno ena nyame be mu hu say me free ha ena me de akọ we are in crisis. Ghana is a tough time. It cut across every nation. What I say every world. And I look at what is happening in UK. Look at what is happening in America. If we are say ayedin, but to be enjoy nyame som. Ye kai nyame e wo ye hu hia bremu. E dey go na mo to mo kofa asofo nmuni ade bi na bi abeton wa ka to say o say me di dance me test be me testimony. In any na nurse. So BBC. Yeah. Ora Bawumia show sign of winning, courage to lead in the tough time. And he's the only one. And your mantra, and your man, I sabi, and your friends, a slogan say, I didn't know. Now, miracle will be me the pa. Or say, timer. Or say, there will be Nipa Boni for the Ah, on my opinion. Into your mamma time I know dear so near opinion mana. And no nyame kai Ghana former ekacho say onye the relevant year too. And he's the first leader in this country. Why yeah didn't be history. So we call only for one term in terms of this current dispensation. Yeah. So that is what is putting out there. And because he just want to redeem himself.
I see.
But I can tell him for the fact to say, Nyamisu see him, you know, one more he be our question bada.
So me.
Oh, me there's something. Ghana for BT.
Okay.
One more he be our swat from you da. Or hina yet two. Near Kwaba, as I be swine, one will be that. Maybe see that. Ain't you say at the time na onu die so no na your opinion at that time wemu you come out and say o body
yeah
I share much the kra na you show say brabe that na your opinion ana ene onipa oda anopa e sorry ye na that time no rajo mahama ada no so dae na o ka kire ne say me be fa wa mo be di machi wa be boa ama me nim die pa Ghana, the blessed memory of Professor Mills. And the baby or the piano, he is disappointed in the gentleman. Oh, I'm telling you.
What you saying?
Oh, why are you disappointed in him? Just before that, crowd of Connie Cratchy.
I hope you are looking at the time.
Yeah. Up a crowd, I'm like a fat. Majai Cressa. What's out to count some be I come back, you know, be share time. I am moderator. Huh? Oh, you're very disappointed because the man have a good heart. He was a rare leader at his time. And thinking, say, that I know I come premier. Now he was selected to a running mate. I'll be told to me and son. What you say? Or that's sorry, you know. Now, Ojidi say, oh, you have experience in politics. Until I'm a 39-year-old gentleman starting here with the assemblyman. And your assemblyman cry, your own household, your war to politics of the day. Your father was a minister of education, a regional minister and a minister of education. The household, the tradition started with you. And son, I also started here, assemblyman. You started from the grassroots. It Odia Baba be member of parliament, the minister and the rest, the vice president. Until now, of course, you are the best. Just before Kwabekone Krechi, he set up a committee to investigate you. That was his first disappointment in the gentleman. The first disappointment. Why? Because and this is the history. Check it. Say, President Pen Ban were institute investigation against Nabediachi, the vice president. It tells you how pragmatic and the heart Professor Mills no one more may. The party, I was disagreeing with some of the policies, but a priority. A priority or a president will decide to say, me say, me call studio be a camera will be that. But it doesn't mean say other studios will operate. It is the priority. The CEO decided, said, this is the level that I'm going. That was the priority. I was disagreeing some of the policies with Professor Mills. But when you talk about some president with a good heart, think about the people. It's him. And Nanko Senka said, oh, Papa, we Anya Shikra, Niku Mahu just because that's a Beko creative and some heritage. And so, Obekono, this is what happened. He set up a committee to investigate the former president, the former vice president, for his, in terms of corruption, his deals, his connections. Asema making. Embra issues you are setting committee against.
Yeah, it wasn't against. You see, no,
because the point was that he designated the responsibility to him. And a Senate president now setting committee against himself. But he designated the responsibility to him. And all the feedback realized, no, the man is not being truthful and honest to me. But that is why he set up the committee to investigate.
No, that is not the reality.
What is the reality?
This uncommon waha several. Who knew the composition of that committee now? See, I'm saying.
Oh, and yeah, oh dear, Opa, you can challenge Attorney General then.
Why?
Martin Amidu, you can challenge the Attorney General. Exactly. And Attorney General himself, he says that is what his boss instructed him to do. It's a job and for the legal term references.
And what was the outcome?
No, I don't know, maybe catch us or call on the credit because the committee did not finish their work and then the man passed away. Oh. It is a committee you are aware. Aware. I mean the timeline. Committee and Juma. And Sabi, Yamebe Fa and the cry in the coin. It's in a now Nipa no or that sorry no pa. Obi constitution man who can show me the president. No man who can near as I investigating.
But there's
that time and taking it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and he changed the Attorney General.
What time nasu?
Yashi, you have to us. Say time no monitor the problem. Yes. It is a on me have the opinion. No I go try U10. Aba say yen san fa to me mana.
Monvema
no. Taboo krama Ghana. Oh yes. Yes, I've told him before. And it is an indictment of Ghanaians' intelligence. Because you want to if we are seeing now or buy or the fool but I can give you composition say you can't say ne fool okay say tamani is so no minim say na mukaya e bia minim kwaku fi awadi that time kwesi wa twe be budget na you now so fool prices price control and ameboa
yeah
and then when the budget on answer price because John Mahama and be changing composition deregulation you know the buy say ne fool no aye di hu komo no and aban ni hu tumi biem I don't know can't check Ghana for. You know what is out there. Now over here political expediency because they were politics. Me I've apologized. Opa go Google. I was the first person apologized to use fuel as a politics. But it started Obi Rollins Yebi.
So we should move forward.
Onwa John Mahama ebe Yebi. Ebe catch us kufuor gallon. It no ka buy out in the pa buy. Ebe catch us deregulation because you say aban need to me. It was our system no so. All you should have just said, and can be catch one D or no trouble to very well say your fafu and yadi. And support yes, to have better have a red tie. I catch a Ghana for a parliament, your face can send it, sir. The virgin lady. I have a catcher and say, and then you pass children. What you say? Catch your right, John Mahama catcher and say, for the young fan yadi. We look at it from that point.
Chairman, yeah, that's a part. Chairman, what in Kano, former chairman.
And I have alarm to say, you are now ringing. Not just say,
Honorable, we will come to the substantive issue of unemployment. Said yeah, the man, but then you appointed new judges. Honorable body, President nominated new judges, 2 of them to replace some retirees retiree judges and so no was also appointed a deputy IGPC. What are your thoughts on this new appointment? Supreme Court judges,
I believe, sir, we are packing our Supreme many judges too much.
So we don't want to retire and all fill a gap. I
have it right. And so Omar retire, me feel saying the numbers we have now
it's okay.
It's enough.
The 13 is okay.
Of course, we'll call you sir.
I'm 9 or so.
9 Supreme Court judges. UK, how many Supreme? I think 11.
11, yeah.
And so forth and so on. These are big countries with big economy. You know, U.S. economy is the greatest economy in the world. I like it or leave it. And what's our population? 32 million people. Now U.S. over 400 million people, and that's the number. I think that you're packing a Supreme Court with so many judges. I don't think it is healthy. Sometimes if you don't take time, all these appointments, and if you look at some of the cases and how it was adjudicated, you may end up thinking whether or not somebody is trying to put judges that will go the way they want and so ukaya safumafo senior minister beka say e ka kire judge for ne say the way ya omudi asema omudi ni nyina ma wo mo aban akufo adoni ba omi aban no omo hwe na ya omo balance ne kakra anyesa the perception is that you know the understanding of Ghanaians ni say I say omudi ama MPP dodo anyesa no they fear for their life especially and one typical example until the the election petitions are you call court, you know. You see, and let me set this record clear now here. The election petitions that we took to court, you could go to court on this issue on two legs. One is to challenge the tabulations on the arithmetics of the numbers and so forth and so on. The other is to declare to challenge the constitutionality of the declaration itself. Our leg is to challenge the constitutionality of the declaration. The kind is a Mensa constitution to me or the mouse if I declare election results no. And yet no, and our first one declare results no. Okay. A typical example is when we saw so many results 5 times, 6 times declaration of results, which of course were all gazetted into our electoral, commission's website, which is a disgrace for Ghana. You know, until we went to court to challenge that power. We're not talking about what number you got, what number somebody got. But you see, MPP is a very crafty party. They went ahead and shouted, hey, I didn't want for pinch it, and that is not why we want to call. You see, we also, demanded, say, Yamma J. Mensa or yet the returning officer, the chairman of the Electoral Commission, whose mandate is it to superintend over all these things, to come and give account for her stewardship. The Supreme Court decided to shield her. So we say ya. Anuna enam suma safumafo senior minister kwaka say hey enuanom ade no mo dima yenko adodo no kura wo hokura monka na makoka no poto ahesa no our life when the youth revolts ahia de abesene nye nti yesramo ya mo ni bi ma nkrofo ensu kakra e de ometumi balance na bi a 25 27 bisa. Can you imagine the kind of advice that man is giving to the Supreme Court judges, knowing clearly, say, it is not adjudication of, it is just pronouncement of what somebody wants. So you see, it makes this growth in perception, say, I said the judiciary is just one very little corner where Akufo-Addo is using to do his own thing, but it is not to the benefit of the entire country. That's the perception that is growing. And continual appointment of judges to the Supreme Court, trying to, it makes people feel, say, they will be prosecuted and therefore they have to pack the Supreme Court with so many judges near this. So for me, I don't think it was important to appoint more judges to them, but we have enough. After this small country, we have enough Supreme Court judges. And if he say, but I mean, this is MPP. I mean, these are people who will do anything and get away with it with alacrity. I mean, they don't care what happened, All
right.
So this is MPP for you. Yeah.
Chairman, what you saying? Appointment, any nominations here,
Mira, first of all, to me, the 1992 Constitution, and then they did 32 years. And Komaka will be saying, therefore, you did to Michelle Musa, and I'm happy you have a member of parliament sit by my right. So somehow, the Constitution is not cast in stone. It is there to open up and amend and broaden every day horizon that the nation is moving.
Okay.
Offer. Baby, a question democracy free buyer. constitution be a key to it. But if you look at the amendments in it, you probably ebia enko them because it reflects everyday life.
Exactly.
So and then yet wa na no bitisi na chimihwe na US Congress. No my friend, this kind of enkrofo we invented be the TikTok.
Yeah.
Query, investigating, looking at what is going to benefit the country as of today. At the time, we had to say constitution, TikTok ni ho.
Yeah.
So what you say?
Yeah.
Intinu Friday, no. They have time because why? Omaji to me every on mine for her. Say a bedu omenim. So whatever is going there, it has to be a concern for us. So the investigation is that TikTok, is it going to benefit the state? Is it good for our security? What remember, what Parliament? 32 years. Constitution now, Ura Rollins, they told honor. At the time, cell phone granny be new years. Cell phone, they be new years. But the next baby, Yakwa could do. What is the Parliament doing? Constitution now, why you don't hold or they will cite America for them. They have capped their Supreme Court.
Yeah.
You do 9, you do 11, you do. You to us be until sir. I don't answer son. No, I didn't answer son. Because at the time of your constitution, I say minimum. We are able to set a bar for minimum, but we are not able to set the bar for maximum. You see, and yet every day na political experience you. And yes, say your bedroom dream, we can agree and disagree. At the time when there was no private member motion in Parliament, there be another better move the Hanamika. Mr. Mentiasi. And a Professor Koyadarum will be for some to me. Meaning, say, Sabi, the baby who are Madarum with you common. It should be as a law, as a law.
I mean, a lot of the private.
I didn't know yet too. So, and then you call 15, you call 20.
As a man of Hawkeye.
You are allowed.
It's fake, like a man of
You are allowed.
Yeah.
It is all better to criticize them in Tiasi.
But
because Obi I retire. The essence of it is my minister of catcher and so no cases are to me handle. It's who complain here again. You are the second branch of government.
Exactly.
It is sitting here and let me query them. Sir, you have every right. Again, you see a coin say 275 multi Parliament. Wait me, I can boom. I can't trust us. I know we are you to me. Why a majority pay? Why a minority pay? Yeah, majority pay. Yeah, minority pay. A dear party, I chill more minor. Ghana cost when I day. You see, me that is one thing that doesn't appetize me to go to Parliament because we don't do things that at the end of the day, wait till I guess I'm a prime minister network. Maybe no minimum responsibility there. I always, maybe I'm a country. He's the prime minister from a Tumokwa.
Yeah. Representative.
Exactly.
He represents them.
Yeah.
He's the voice of the people from there. Whether OMPP new, ONDC new to Abamana, only the member of parliament from the area.
And then we see
it's all no Kasamaye.
Right.
The Daya Kumaso, and one among also O2. I didn't know you better now because you're better put another narco appoint in the game. US Supreme Court tonight to one Republicans also in Democrats. Because at the time I be BBC, maybe a Republican president Netiso.
Yeah.
And then William Christian now or Chief Justice. Bush na appointed.
Yeah.
At the time of Bush na president. Trump buy a be free mu. No a Democrat. Or yeah, not the Republican bishop.
But Chama mean Chawano.
It's a young common here do krum he.
Who's the common some of the viewpoints in say fine. I mean some of these things here am and already one my ati say pex finances of the country and share them kuyi. Inti the moral aspect of it is say Yakupon ya dem kura no obi retire. And how they twintwen so. Don't come and feel it because this ones will also come.
There be no twintwen then. Ade na wo kura no adwuma wo yentie. Adwuma na ye wo ho no me nya chief justice. menka council of judicial council menka judges who menka lawyers who and come where that one thing the chief justice says human lord workload now hokra and yen to be yet
almost 13
now what is the publications yeah who said query said 13 no whatever but on what tell human or say human own to be yet. Let's take in the face of the conversation. So my point is that okay. Let's you see ono na odi to me ashe nisa. Ono na ye chief justice.
True.
Wa be kanasem. Say ye minu mie ni yetumi ho say adwuma ebi workload na ebi ho anase bi ni ho.
But
and come on, Tikrom head. How many cases are called Supreme Court and go for justice?
But maybe Sana say, you say no. Why am wide on this judge's case? Who would you say? Is it in the right direction? And it is not.
No. Because for me, I can say it's 100% in the right direction.
Okay.
Because who now was set to tone? That is the constitutional mandate. That is the right. So at the time there's a space, the president must show the space. No, all complaining. And I wish you send Kasan come on, maybe they start again or the best starting. Then come out talking about the worry of the YNDC announcement election. Because time a year kono, you see I'm fire numbers that is not a constitutional right. I don't think they appointed judges. And nothing they appointed judges. No. What it means is that for what the judges have done has hurting him.
Chairman is becoming so aggressive.
Because I'm not being aggressive.
You are losing the argument.
Who cried the one fan for question will be sad. But because what he talk about it is about the petitions or the court.
Yes.
And your question will be sad. No. That is not a question. And as a legislature, let's face the challenges and the difficulties why somebody have a mandate doing what he's doing.
Okay.
But I'm thinking that no say be the judges ne kwakọ kan na agenda B and yes and refer to court case
and they said yan twen na sa judges ne yan to John Mahama ba no obey appointed.
So add 5 judges to the already judges and what that.
Yes. I don't have any problem.
Not to win court.
I don't have any problem. Hey, Nana, once you do 100, I don't have a problem. Because you have right. You have a right to stop bleeding off.
Okay.
Don't let them sit here. Don't let them sit here and then pretend they say a political expedient.
It wouldn't him say a Mraman who quite so on yes.
Also what? So and I want to say and I want to me so be back and I want to now nagi.
Okay.
And I would their own nagging to know their head to okay so the choir now numbers in come on. I feel I betray him. No, that is not what the argument is about.
Okay. All right.
What you say? What I'm trying to say is that let's be honest to the system. System ni nya yes son. Ghana for the to me asem say be me member of parliament. Me na me dey me to me amount. Makosa lie to abama. To me na e dey amount say yemra. And it is part of the thing that forms the law. It's in what's out to me. Now, one person sana. Now, catch him say, "Sa 5 ni enyan to, 2 ni enyan to, ora John Mahama ba." No, so be appointed. No, otina. Wait. No. Oh, na dey enyan that uni baby o vehicle. Otina na wanya kwanya. No, I catch you say, "Oh, the market on the wall." But say baswa. John Mahama will make sure say Supreme Court will be more and then petition to them or file a case by saying say your constitution say oko 2 terms and na untumi kobio but on only the one con straight we lose back it will baba it no constitution is man interpretation so say constitution and man interpretation
what we boom
land you see me for too no because emraman ho kwan it will be call for interpretation because constitution against me na make come asem and sana me hu no and you need to vision you need to think we are politician how that na so want to me dream that now politician now you need to strategy they say so all so nyina na and this for so mu so me ade ka ho onum say ekodu a certain number na oba no be kan Ghana for be complain etimu nyanto me ba na me be be kan na ma ba for interpretation for my next term say me call 8 years straight.
All right, honorable.
think, sir, as I say, we don't run parliamentary government system in this country. We run executive governance system over your country. I think, sir, Endra Mote, there is this gay lesbianism thing I could do Supreme Court.
Yes.
The Supreme Court, in his own wisdom, I defer an interlocutory injunction application. In fact, seriously, this is the first time I made TB. So, an interlocutory application could be deferred, awaiting the substantive case. Because interlocutory application, the meaning is that it is an interim injunction to stop what action one person is taking, which may adversely affect the outcome of the substantive case. And that is why it is important that the way the probability of hardship that may occasion the other party. Unfortunately, unfortunately, no. And then the Supreme Court, ISSCA, say the interlocutory application can be deferred, awaiting the decision of the substantive matter. That would have been caused by the time the decision is made. But that's one of the things that I'm mentioning. Okay, so this is the Supreme Court we are talking about. Yes, you see, the Awokano, Chama Kano, to extent, the Constitution, say there is no cap. The seal on the number of judges but you see what kind Bible say ye wadie nyina ho kwan na so nye nyina na fata yen
na me bisa no
ye wadie nyina ho kwan na so me vondi ameti hei me mabrebe nhame so. You see, so we learn from the people we are copying this democracy from. Why would you want to take so many judges Supreme Court now? The interest of appointing the Supreme Court judges. If you comment every Muankasa Musinia Minister Hobani Chere say you are appointing the judges to do your own bidding. And that is why I'm saying, sir, let us be careful not to fuel this kind of agitation in the system. Say, Akufo-Addo no or compare judges for that kind of thing. But I feel that yes, if we want to put cut on the number of judges at CFI, let's all do that, and I agree with you. But you see, the fact that the Pandora is open and that there is no seal now does not give you that luxury to continuously be packing the Supreme Court. I mean, I feel it is not anything, but I have other, but you see, let me deal with the other topic in terms of the
unemployment.
Yes. You see, let me be honest with you. This government, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Mahamudu Bawumia, they did not help the youth of this country. Wama mua amebuna awome.
The napkwa Eddie or Lorda
Benmia. Now na mabonte ho. Now ko keka napwa somewhere. One we have be the Bible trim yes, you see, Napko started, I mean, somebody I respect so man, Kudu upon Kruma, he was a communication, I think information minister then. Obebaye and Omaye's planner would be by Napko, the exit plan and all that. Degree holders are making 700 Ghana cedis, which of course today, with the greatest of respect, cannot take any degree holder 2 days, 3 days, in this, economy. But of course, I mean, that's what they decided to do. And now, say Napko for no, it's all gone dead. And entrepreneurship, but but they don't take advice. The reason why China is doing well, and it's every individual, almost 90%, knows how to use their hand to do something. Entrepreneurship is the game changer, which of course, me constituency is here. within this less than 4 years here, my but training collab baku 3,000.
Wow.
Yes. A bimuye, a tree, a hairdressing, tailoring, driving, carpentry, electricians, and all that. More than 3,000. And I met training woman. I work for a team. That is the game changer. Now I'm saying, you know, it is a vice president after 8 years, you know. Was he Wakosi hostel? Nothing. We met training kaya if was it. And then I saw the kind of kaya you see a training woman. No? Kaya yesu could buy more than 5,000 Ghana cedi Brazilian hair. I go on that program now say. And then why are we doing this to ourselves? You see? No, but I saw them. I know what the Brazilian hair is. My wife wears some. Okay. So I know what it is. You know, now we got to say, as a woman, you see, that alone is an indictment on our intelligence as a Ghanaian. You see, you are encouraging all the people from the north to come and come and stay here because you will build hostel for them to come and stay here. Now we are me called Tamale. Now, I used the flight. My driver used the car until me drew on. You know, we had to drive around a little. You know, so we share in Sasia and Wohwa. Nasa start planting for food and job. Yeah, Nana dosu odia bay. Nasa ye pesi ye planting for food and job in Ghana. I can bet on it, say. No buy back. Bibi to say a brew. Would change the fortunes of this country. Unfortunately, they failed the planting for food and job. Ghanaians youth don't have job doing. Look, entrepreneurship is gone, dead and gone. It is not working. Look, a human one son and another betu yano. Enka one yashama was a crown, ya monochrono. Sometimes when I discuss these things, I just pray and hope that Ghanaians will hear me and will not say that it is coming from the NDC. Because it's the reality, it's the truth. I'll give you a typical example, the banking sector. So we school, you want to work in a bank. Banks, yani ankasi ya kofare bank, say do agongo mo baby. Ghanaians, Unibank, UT Bank. I remember those days. I could be in my office and call UT Bank manager on phone. Say, Charlie, me here, BB 1 million Ghana cedis. I have to do some business. By the time I get there, the loan is ready. That's the kind of relationship we had. Business were really running. Things were working. I remember President Kufuor Abresho. Banks were calling individuals to come for loan. If you remember. Yeah. All over the place, there were so many these small loans, and you know, all over. This country was really running. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Abreso, and pharmaceutical industries, he could give them money to Binko and Eskamins, you know, name them. And so that brought so much work job in the system. I remember some banks equal, you know, they had some financial distress. John Dramani Mahama Abreso. What did he do? He put money in there. Barack Obama in the United States of America, you know, these big companies like they went into these. He put billions of dollars in there. Why? Because you see, government, you have a social contract, a responsibility to keep people at work, to give them some level of comfortability. And what did he do? What did he do? Can I finish? Hold on.
Sorry, no, hold on. Before you go.
Let me finish. Okay. Now, we had a president and a vice president. Vice president, the entire president, Fao. Do you remember, say, Brana Yefa, Bawumiaswame vice president? Now on your MPP new. He was not even having an MPP card bearing car.
No,
his I could say no NDC because you know why? Ni papa ni mami na NDC for. Nanado presented him our Alisa Hotel. I know Kachira wo say it is because we are economists. We bet me about turning the fortunes of this economy and why so you know. Intina oko jira $1 1 cedi akufado muka ya. And ye di bawo mi aba ye. Na se wa bana se bank se wa Ghana ha. Kwa ho here ma. Some of them yes. What do you do? Number one, if you feel that the managers are running the bank into a ditch, you don't collapse the organization. You don't throw the baby with the bath water away. It is wrong. It doesn't give you sense of reasoning. This is not business. It's not governance. You take the managers away. If you want to go and prosecute them, go and prosecute them. Appoint young men and women who are hungry to work to manage the bank and let the bank work. You don't collapse it. But you see, we needed only 9 billion Ghana cedis to get the banks on their feet. They collapsed the bank with 28 billion Ghana cedis. Why won't your currency go into this kind of way? Do you understand? Let's even say 20 billion. Let's even say 5 billion. Would you want to do if Ghana is your company? If these companies belongs to Ghana, is for you, Mr. Kojo. I know you. You're a very nice gentleman. You are a business. I love you. You know why? Not on useless reason that I love you. I mean, Ghanaians, forgive me. I like you so much. You're a nice person. If Ghana is your company, and you needed 9 billion to make your banks work, would you go and take 20 billion to collapse the banks? What kind of sense do this one make? And then your youths are not working. They don't have job to do and you are complaining. And your currency is deteriorated and is destroyed. The most worst performing currency in the globe. And you are complaining. This is reckless decision. And more media. But you see, when you say these things, people think that because Vondi is an NDC guy, and that is why he's saying what he's saying. Why? If Akufo-Addo had made this country, look, 2016, before I end. Yes, let me end. Before 2016, right? And 2016, Ebrana Akufo-Addo winning election. My office back war asylum down. One of my construction companies. I sat in my office and I wept because promises were more yeah. It means that the NDC was not going to come to power again at all. One district, one factory, $1 million every year for every constituency. Kaminoka say, Oma Mamimi constituency, $8 million. Do you know how much that? And then you're talking about free this, free that, so many promises. What do you say? But you see, when I realized Akufo-Addo failed was when he decided to plagiarize his statement on Maya. That was when I knew the guy would fail. Even he can't write a common speech. It means that the promises that he made, he will fail, and he has failed abysmally, and we've all seen it. How can you be insulting and calling John Mahama evil when he pretended over $1 to a CD, which CD is 3.9 to $1? And then you see a glow, be a glow for Jesus. Mimi da be ye fra Friday anya tuntu ni kokko ye kwa yo di man pai bo so ni pa boni ni bet no man so a o man si ape no my quotation hu Proverbs chapter 29 verses 1 and 2 3 so ni pa boni ni bet no man so a o man di apini and then no Aglo for no way.
What was this skill of advertisement?
No, listen, Aglo for no way.
They are still there.
Do you know their topics now?
What is
Do you know their topics?
What is their topic?
These are MPP women organizers organizing this thing for Akufo-Addo.
So what's wrong about it?
And do you know what they are? Listen, listen. Do you know what they say now? Do you know what they say now? Yeah, they radias you. They radiam on the papa betroma so. I'm on my ye. And then $1 every 3 cedi 90 pesos. I bet do 16 cedis. If you are not disingenuous, will you go and be shouting that as I say in Nyama ye? Would you do that? It makes your attitude and your behavior tells me to tilt you towards where you should belong. And Crawford way. So you see, why won't Ghanaians youth? And I pray, say, this country will continue to be very peaceful till 4 months, 6 months, 5-month elections. You know why? The Kenyan experience is actually building the youth up, and it is not good for we politicians. I tell you what, I don't put my stickers as a member of parliament on my car. Because you see, the way Akufo-Addo ni Bawumia and running economy on, politicians, we may not be safe. Calling yourself a member of parliament, a minister out there, they are making governance and political business so dangerous. And I think it is about time we've risen. And then I like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's idea, a 24-hour economy where sectors are, you bet me are running 3 shifts a month for Benye Juma a year. Then we are going to continue to help businesses that want to sign into this particular idea. We'll give them incentives to bring more people on board to work. And then we are going to make sure that this economy is reset. When it reset, I'll tell you, you see where you are sitting, the machines you are sitting around, right? If you are a master of it and you are working, what you do is that you sit back and reset the system to work. And that's why His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is calling on all Ghanaians. Listen, we are MPP, I mean, can't say Jai MPP, but you see, so vote for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to put this country well, so you can continue to enjoy as an MPP man or MPP woman. Thank you very much. Right. And I pray that the youth will listen to me.
20 minutes now. Between Urajo Mahama and Professor Mills for 8 years, how many jobs did they created for Ghanaians?
Okay. If you that we
no, I'm asking, just give you a total and historical.
No, I don't have the figures right here. But the opportunities that bring jobs.
Because you don't have the data.
And I'll give you one job.
There's none over there.
I'll give you one significant job.
It has to be on top of your head. Where a member of parliament,
oh my God.
Answer question.
No. Senya His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. NSC Terminal 3. And Akufo-Addo Bampo Konye Juma. That is the power of John Mahama. That is that John Mahama we are talking about. So you are going to see Terminal 3. Akufo-Addo Bampo Konye Juma.
John Mahama, you are going Accra Medical Center.
Let me be say MPP Chirema why you know Eddie Juma Bebre. I don't know GDA anymore now because
my brother, you know, say I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you are one of the fine gentlemen who are that are doing so well. I mean, 2 of you. One kasa saufa, will Google, will spectacle, now will share. Do you see that the world has really created job for the people? The answer is no. You see, dear Hagana for one is saying, this is white. A Ghanaian, instead of saying say no, depending on who is, you see, the greatest man who can lead a nation is a man that do not change his position irrespective of the person he's dealing with. Akufo-Addo and Bawumia changes their position based on whom they are dealing with.
Okay. Okay.
So what do you be anyhow?
All right. And before you better honorable Oyemrashe Bedenia Odinimuma Adishia war Trifo eti mokwa ewo finfini manto emu ho na bibinti honorable Bejaye ho na yene chairman atwa enkomodi ne so
tutwaya bia
what can we do? Kesa ka
na ya hwe se bia
court ebe to no start
besifa akọ amaye enti ye da honorable asipa say tie schedule but to make it time to come and talk to us no actually na dwini ewo nsem no Chairman, you talk about the
Is
it a platform in your audio?
Oh, no, you host me. It's a out to meet me. Oh, a child to meet me. I'm commonly the Ghana and Tinia.
Exactly.
That is one thing I like about your show. When you have two panelists, and you should cry, chair you to meet me. Not because Sabi, Montia for any political party.
No.
Montia said Ghana and common you be.
Yeah.
Into bringing us any so to me that's why in fact I am one person I always watch CTV.
Okay.
Always.
Yeah, that's the part.
Since the modification
of the show. Dwabo, how do you put Jano? Chairman, you share why you say GD Mapa.
Unemployment January.
Yeah, unemployment January.
You see, I am there. Say ye this uncommon. If you say Ghana ni baby a hotona on my cost.
Yeah.
And on my cost so obia contribution comes from there.
Yeah.
And only idea somehow ye didn't come a young for your niche. And there continuity.
Okay.
Yeah, the father say baby say and the maker so there's a modern in Kwajokro. Because my baby yebi.
Yeah.
Baby I'm would be do so be to us.
Yeah.
If I actually no be do her and I'm more to us be.
Exactly.
The changes and the modification now will be huni neno. So you correct your mistakes whilst you are building the future.
Exactly.
I think I'm a question be say, what can we say na? I am pia otu ye na ka kufu ado aka ba umia whatever it is. Ahe na odi ja yesa ye nto aso. That is the question that you're supposed to raise. Because air continuity. Say ye mfa bi nja ho no mo a anka onka nto so ba beto aso.
Yeah.
Sani ye see this aye nkomo no. Etika ne no ye be ya ye ka aye nkomo nyina no. Somebody must use their record. And that's one thing I like about Trump mantra. I'm not a fan of him, but anytime Obeki can name someone young person yeti you know, or to make us say me economy say na na etie.
Yeah.
So just say.
Yeah.
When in conclusion I also disagree with some of the facts, but maybe American as we said almost start etie of the year because all corona COVID we know the economy in America. And I'm a boy. As at 2020, he inherited the COVID.
The COVID, yeah.
And you knew the COVID cool, and the economy to buy. But the issue is say, once America for entire about a COVID that's because or no catch was a can you COVID the buyer mean come what a buyer is beyond my control. No, so say you do come What did the mechanism?
Yeah.
And then I can tell you for the fact, say, go and check the record. Me someone you know a research student. It me wrong, I'm over correct me. If you check the history of America today, Joe Biden has created job than every president in America. As of today. But when the still are crying.
They tell me out
Wabe. We check it. The unemployment rate. Compare even 92. Now, Bill Clinton, I can't say America is free from debt. How many you be to UN before I not Clinton ever exit?
Yeah.
What do I say?
Yeah.
But we're creating more employment. You know why? Because the crisis around the world and they all come for a pump. Students now or no also are creating a juma man no. Or quite fool no or quacotono. Or one in how in a money. It's the father saw where Juman or catch us any seconds. The father saw your Jumani when you're Jumai, a Jumano on the seconds.
Yeah, so when you're Jumana crowd.
But or the better feed when you say Nayama Muha, be sorry quick Juma, not just because the salary. Or the better if you're on your sheet. Of fool said, I have to be out of a certain environment. And your sheet is contribute to something. Because depression. Any near my data, you can't we are seeing anyone man can't anyone come. So what I say? It is a compare. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Unemployment here. Let me be say MPP Amanyo Koi Abayi. What have they done when it comes to
unemployment? You see, I think America just said a woman to me income. A woman to me MNC figure against us. As of the last 6 years, I know they were 7 years.
Yeah.
MPP are creating more than 1.2 million, 2.1 million jobs.
2.1 million jobs.
Mr. Snit in Kwa Snit. as an agency are creating more than 957,000 SNITs every year. Every year, if you take SNIT, you can go and search. I mean, about to me correct here. So far, SNIT, a agency, a government. Every year from 2017, SNIT created 171,000. That is 2017. 2018, almost created 188,000. 2019, almost created 123. 2020, almost created 158. 2021, another 153,000. What can you know? They are about 975,000 only SNIT. But you see, I am not happy with those things. Me, I'm not happy with those things because I don't expect majority of employment that we are looking today must come from government agencies.
Why do you say so?
Because you can't absorb it. You can't absorb it. And you see, creating the noble environment, make sure the ordinary people can create, because any doctor who creating 100, now we creating 100. Your doors who are bonting chain, they are buying agency between me. So what you say? And other developed countries, they are the government, the not their individual.
So why is our system different? Other than because the private sector also so funable.
What would they make party? It's a very laudable question. Because since the creation of our independence, when we told the white man we can run our own life, our own independence, that is a dream. You this share your man for tribunal. A buying ebema wejuma. It at a certain environment. Na ye papa ne ye maame no mu na omu do no mu wo info. Ka onfo say me no any doctor ye dey call school say ka e bia ba be broading farming no. Omu catch o ma ye ti ase say okoye farmer. Obi
ankoya ban
adwuma because me by my bota I be handkerchief fashion me pocket here Dr. Bobby you do village hono mu a ye nyina ko school pa o ma me be catch us me no me pusa me de me ba ni ko school because you conscientize ye
that's true
you conscientize ye oko Ivory Coast. I've been there. I've studied a little bit about their background Obia environment. Otino. He trying to create an empire. Etino say who school? O papa community not Otino. Or mangoes or cashew or way. Oba ya your first thing. I'll be so Timuni say you are going to broaden it. It is all papa do cashew. Also kwa be a palms. Because when they palm tree, they woman. So what you say? And it helps the nation to build around that knowledge. To say, and they actually your constitution. Obia be why you saw do be share a bind to me. We cut to me got the second or your member of parliament. Ye catch your plane say. I was so to me or resume I be o CV ye de be jiw e wo parliament no. I was so to me catch and say be 100-acre farms.
With X number of employees.
Employees no quite matter because I'm going to be no 100 acres.
Of course.
I'm going to be no 100 acres. It can mean sorry mommy trim preoccupy to say the Ghana Parliament I a job for the boys. And I'm saying it clearly, it's job for the boys. Obi to now say your more brother or to school. Or sorry, I say me person me call parliament. You want me could to be a wire for 4 times member of parliament. Now a second year student at university. Said ye catch on so resume ni say and I will see ni say ba okita 100 farm of acre. So ye dey community now thing so na wo do a obefa nipa.
Yeah, they will survive.
You survive. So your birds, you must have 1,000 birds. Your piggery, you must have 1,000 piggery. What you say? Me ko me timi nye etimi ne me mamufo no e na betu sa na mo ntu ebedu ba bi omo na betro resume amount.
Right.
Omo na betro CV amount. Yama every day I have political experience. And I got say since independent, yeah na nanom ne ya papa no omo tia so manyi nche. If I'm wrong, they can come and correct me. Because in Kroma they say you
the orientation from scratch, you know, because we say yeah, Mekai said
and then near my quite election I changing. I started from Nkrumah. Yeah, talk into at the time. Me other house. Me papa no other house no me CPP for ye be check tuma and tuma kwa me nkruma ti dem na ya chicha mamo and from my penny fear said they bring monji that time bear in mind see a chow tuma half piece cloth
a big deal
big deal me papa go school no I did 9 years no shame paboada now we have show mommy half piece of cloth I did never buy the trim class up but I said me go to tia Dr. Nine and I kwaku NC
yeah
that influence is there it in a free work on you be say who say now your educational level dean educational level na wo o man mu ha na ya he na ye nu jama 10% kra so be ono ananim de e kan no outside fu no anom di kan o fa ne caliber na nipa do do na go school nipa do do ahin na go school my father 83 years because I started school we did 10 years
if you chiri pa na
ya if you chiri na ba so it anamono to ni sa e be di wanim sa it to arrest it and so who's the population so na ma from that
sir
because yeah less than 6 million yeah 2 and more way yeah survival and they are going to 32 million improvement dear emmemu dear womu cry atonton take between 1981 to the year 1992 state assets are abandoned state assets and yeah ne ton crowd before I ever told most of the state assets, and anything I had done before we bring to me new Komuku, but today I'm on your research. Me I don't hear me power.
Yeah.
So one year researcher will focus in future Eddie.
Direction.
The man the brain so Rollins Atunton state assets in Abebre was abundant.
Yeah. To say Bewudia.
Yeah, Tom.
The brain was abundant because somewhere from the coup d'etat and era to one era obeji 2 minutes from 83 ya dey ba no bebre parki wo madwuma ekọ no maja dan so o man ka hwe into to one ya ba be ka tro so dan we esi ho kwa ku say me kra me na me disofo me nya ba bi enya mo asori sa warehouse ni industrial ni si wono mo ton dia meto ni aton fofofo because ya band bibie wo mo ase wo mu nya adwuma enya me so so that time so ye nya ya wo when the catcher is between 83 to 92, Rollins by no say we are said into being. I don't know if I cap and count is Chinese for ye. Yeah. Say Naka Emra, I don't know GD say Ghana you want which him a here for bread any idea. I just go to guys a Ghana and Libya and Wobako in that era. Yeah. So that you stabilize the population, then you're able to correct things. And that's a China might be so I know to me. And I'm a boy. Yeah. At the time I'm can one, nay be na no can because they can't control the crowd. And never try and who see and sunyani didi. Yet what politicians who can chromo asa ya ba political experience near betwa kontom patre near sorry ko. Ya boka Ghana yen to me transit and country and say where are we taking our nation? Let's tell the truth. Say yen can and the population of 33 million. Who create 2.1 million jobs are. You better to say you who she.
Exactly.
And I'm a boy.
Exactly. Can you number baby south?
But it's a era of population of 6 million.
Exactly.
And I can create 2.3 million.
A very significant.
And I better to say, you better to see any paper when you juma.
Sir. And no crime me no to anaka baby south say ushe figures no. And ne statistical service for the abase unemployment in a should to call 14.7 from 8.3 within the past 8 years. So if your team create 2.1 as you said no, how is it that
it's reflective?
Because I reflected in the sense that ask yourself last 8 years what was the population? We are less than 26 million.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, say less than 8 years down the line, we were less than 26 million population.
We are 32.
And now we are 33. We are 33. It's in between. Close to another 8 million.
8 million, yeah.
It will year ratio no crana sa 8 million. Also a creative job of 2.3.
Yeah, drop in an ocean. Yeah.
It's in one man because nobody talk about saying, "Oh, come on, crunch." And now we got to say 1 year reflective. And can try and say, as at last 8 years. Population here 26 million.
Yeah.
And then population do 30 million. Yeah, unemployment grow. Why? It grow. You know why we are still crying about education? Now Dubai, we free education close to about 4.5 million Ghanaians. But still, it's still number no. It doesn't reflect because population and 4.5 million. 60 years down the line with our independent. And that is going be a school because population coming from time near less than 6 million.
Yeah.
And here, people be also be in school. And why 4.5? I come here and say education is the key. Any problem?
Yeah.
Continuity. Open say, afi, ejuma, we didn't get namha.
Yeah.
Yet nani didn't come out. And you now be chakuntum actually. And come on, and I don't know me daughter got them say, oh, Americans are gullible. Then because Master, all your gullible saying because population that were honor, almost person absorb or make me absorb.
Yeah.
Or you're gullible because of surround of milk as a fridge. Population I can be your school. I find no question say why ni Kofi Annan, why ni Doctor Annan, why ni Kweku, why na tea your can the okan. Only time. Yeah, the brain air catcher is Mr. more hip hop. That means
that's all.
There are some role models. I do one more example. My home Bill Gates. Until let me also invent something. Now me know me and say I can't boom.
But having common different.
Or Tanya invented TikTok. So now would you create a Juma? So that is our problem.
Yeah. I mean, said the can now comodino. Muda hopa and Muse no yes I mean you can say muka abainti more encourage abine
well
any leaders in fact in terms of what buying alone continuously no only a work krum hire open Ghana can whether regardless of the regime that comes young Koswa young
doctor a collective exercise
and I'm making
but because everybody take advantage of the politics because of our weakness. What you say? And I blame both sides.
Exactly.
My party is part of it. When we criticize the constitution, we have had 2 chances, 16 years. We should have amended the constitution.
Yeah.
But what is stopping the amendment of the constitution?
So, say you enjoy a political expediency. Now you enjoy your own special interest. Time Nanado starting 1 point. So Udim, let me take the power from the executive to appoint district chief executives. Development must come from our locality.
Yeah.
Let the people develop our own towns.
Yeah.
Including Yen Fatumino and set a man for no money, one governor. Our local no more manage or more resources. What did the opposition say? Choboy, hey, Choboy. But bear in mind, some we are smart. And I come to us and say, no, it's a brilliant suggestion. Because why? We may have inclusive government. Because maybe baba, some opposition me pe o mimpo suga kope ho the DC your governor no on obey DC. Yeah, you will have a bite in the governance. Your revenue, your beji, you bet me the idea the pay. You bet me catch a federal government. What they use federal government. You bet me catch Nanado say. You see, I gen. You fan national cake na mo catch and say can you for that buy and also or your finance minister.
Yeah.
And then more revenue am beji na mo fan brass central adi. If we have such an inclusive government with the different voices, they will be able to articulate say no, yeah, farmer because I can. Majority of roads are here. Help me nam kwanswa. They hear me ya wo mi wiase kese Ghana. Your maintenance culture.
And the honorable.
So what you say? No, the point is that say enka. Ye was hard district in me ade nyina and o ma job revenue kakra. Ye kwan no ma wa. Etu a obe patch. Sir. Mo amatu kwan call London. London even the patch che o. Tembia obekon ye filling potholes kromu ba bia ye dwiri kwan ye hwe mane se obekolor kwan bia ya yato ho na potholes na ya twen ato se government be samba no wa be dwiri kota na aka ni nyina gu no wasan abeya ade
honorable ye fancy
maintenance culture assembly was here
but ni nyina ye decentralization problem because Ujaima minister na Otia road minister na Odi Ghana nyina ni san obetwa ne peace aye ne basa
sir.
But senka oye supervisor authority reporting authority nanka district no kwa ade na moloro kwa tutu ade na wo say nanka ye demra ato ho but opposition said no and now you 137 obia na mompa ye nkanchire ye ho say nyame na ye adoma ye 137 but those members of parliament they took advantage of their own special interest. This is a parliament that Ghana abongo catching every regime in parliament.
All right.
Because of 137. What do bill crack? No one clandestinely. One could do whom come honorable bill no anya de pass it but I did it on my
David at all. You face you ever baby
and yet we are calling crab the time
was in common said this if I quite time in so no honorable you face
munyina momo
beboa
yeah chichire me if I'm at fault I'll accept it
exactly
oh ya can defu anye nyina na obi but wadwene mu pa ene wa papa no ye ni hu komo eno ti na me I will never run away from the fact that baby MPP from yani anamoya all the campaign this year we are far better to trust as a government than NDC.
That's it. And therefore Chairman Kwejo Boateng Ajiman former MPP constituency chairman New Dwabo North in Komodie and I know this seminar or there two more and I'm sure no so I find earlier on we had Honorable TD Vondia and also Ejine Muma Ebusianfo Omo Twifo Etimokwa constituency Efimfiri Mountain bibi ntina wo se osre kwan na ojaye hona team no this particular pair no dey wo se yemo say
yes there's a more to talk about I mean maintenance culture and cry asema
challenge of the day no ye bre no kra messages kwa ye ntimi nkan
yeah ebusa for challenge of the day and the bremo no na the studio no more
next time we do Thursdays that's a beba na run out of time ni bi aka
ye ni put for bedin komo me say producer so ate Temaport construction began in 1954 and opened in which year? Temaport construction began in 1954 and opened in which year? Challenge of the day questions are question
and I will coach chat my
and I say you're going to meet Twitch. I'm going to say to be
men to chacha yes
it's about me can you
men can be yes
and can you the opinion for the ball most of the chroma no aki be kan ye na mo sisi a
yenye birthdays no yenye birthdays na yen sorry
so on the birthday billboard
just say birthdays abadie na wo hifa
and the next time the video be bro e believe so na sisi o chroma
birthdays of crap
I saw the birthday
billboard
yeah birthdays no director woni me nante de edi kan na me saka wa ha ne Otilia Oba Otilia we free wine hokra we free action lady na de buy akwala fine yi action lady say Yakopon Shiraw Otilia na ontre wishiem said ye be ya obenyini abeye penimpa no nto nkwam so emfa birthday to you Otilia from action lady the di ho no nso ye Eliana nso na action lady krono a em say enkwada ne de nkwala no birthdays ne ba mo Eliana action lady say always show happy birthday say Yakopon ko moa na oma wonyini eme penipa say de be ya bibianso ebe ko fine the di ho no ye Efia Christy and this is from Openua popularly known as Simple na hotedi no do na friend Simple and na always a glorious birthday to Efia Christy awo Madina Agbogba say Yakopon enhiraw na ɔma wo nsanka wakoma so ade bia opɛ no ɔma wo kwatenten so enti ɛno no so no de di ho ɛyɛ Khadija Yosin ɛno happy birthday to you Khadija Yosin we free me ankasa me hot dog ɛna me de ma wo Khadija se yankopɔn ento nkwam na ɔma wo bibia da wakoma so bia no enkoye na ensi ye mfa ma wo Khadija Yosin ti say the wahano no the twatwa mi wo wahano ye Apostle Eric Kwadwo Fodwo Apostle Eric Kwadwo Fodwo aka Owura Kwadwo we are founder elder of Charis Praise Chapel Ghana any UK abrochi memu we free Oma France photography and I will ba our France photography and Odiaba say young wish you happy birthday papa and yankopon nhyira na oma kwatentene na oma onyinche so na generations upon generations no intimi embe celebrate for wakoma pa owo ema adasa nti happy birthday Apostle Eric Kwadwo Fodwo aka Owura Kwadwo nti afra dia mensaka wa hano no yenda Augustine Wood oba so ebe kire na dwene yembre ni si no embre ni tintimi o say politicians momfa enye yensa ye na yepe we so dia ba ya owusu Japan ono so akire na dwene wo ho o say CD was not 3.9 but 4.2 at the end of 2016 no ono so akire na dwene wo ho kama Komensa pillar 2 so dia ba Komensa we are still with you said ya enra your kind 2 days ago your kind shedding pa why Komensa or say Nana Bawumia government has constructed hospitals, interchanges and roads than any other government in the history of Ghana. Inshallah Dr. Bawumia special greetings to Nana Dukia PC for Okankwe North and so ya nsema odiaba we so diaba Oyibo Boating from Achima Nerebihi. I hope I got it right. Dr. Bawumia is the game changer. As Ghanaians should vote for him. It is possible. And also Ninsemwa Odiaba no Ike Pele or say what has happened to Accra FM and Power FM. Well, you bit me Kasama Accra FM. Yeah. And you did Kadinchi Mwabano. Say infidi no atochimaka
technical issues into no.
Yeah. Before Jumapa said they are or be sign about from him Class FM 91.3, Accra FM 100.5 and number 1 105.3 nti munkoswa na munye yebeba mfrem momenche na bibia ye fine afra
yeah it's no machia Rosemary wajibra wo hwe
machia Malina mai na
Dwabo no machia Lady Reverend Anita yachiawa na patron ko kwan so kra na machia A+ mechanic shop almost politician Debbie and A+ politician we A+ mechanic shop
one can ya Dwabo say you who pay here crowd we say we related
why many A+ ana
you know
some man for God is it just boss akora
ona one wa here we say
we crowd we have
the bibia shooting from what tiko
Eben so the buy was say hi boss please good morning you are looking good the MPP man I don't know what the MPP man is saying. Okay, all right. So also what drinks all right.
A+ on say some dey say say because Sakura na me yi ma body.
Na we ya bega some we clean.
Obi ya me na me ne kwame asare obi say me ne say. Abusia ye be see hanum say enadwumadi no so obo ade adaroma ye dey abedru ye beda nyankopon ase na chairman so yada na se chairman Boating. Say ye to safre e wo no. Da ne de nyina o je.
Oh yeah, good Friday ba. That's how dey no. Nyame ya dom no
my program no so my program so said the amount for any messages in Eba. I mean, people's comment here say you stand in the middle, and you also be a dukra ukrum ha. I think it will shape certain things in this direction because when command here, can we bet me to Srewa Hana way to Basawa Habat collective conversation.
No, you said that politicians you said that now yeah. So be
know we be asked say ye dey ababedru na say dem mo amonim no ye chia obi bia ye do obi bia so ase ye director Michael your producer Mr. Kofi Albert Daniel executive producer Abnaya Dom be do obi ase Jeff sound studio floor manager Samson Afo ni team food o
yeah
ni tiri home food and
so da nyame ase
to say them munim no me dey near Harrison Kwaku Ofosu do na from Afra the voice.
All right, Mr. Medi Dr. Kofi Annan.
His Excellency that in 2038 wa be man pani okro mu ha yakra mo that's the national Ghana
how ni amani